That's right. Rachel Johnson joins me now here outside of Westminster. Rachel, you have covered politics for a long time. You've also campaigned quite heavily during the referendum and since. What do you think the situation that Theresa May now finds herself in now?
I think she's in an almost impossible situation. I mean, a rock and a hard place just hardly covers it. She's on the, as it were, the opposition, the 27 have already said that to accept Chequers would be the end of the EU project. She's got notables such as Nick Bowles, who actually voted Remain, saying that he could come up with something far better than the deal on the table, which is currently Chequers, which has proved anathema to the grassroots because it involves being a rule taker as well as having freedom of movement for agri-foods and for goods. So, she's really seems to have found very, very little support for the plan that has taken 2 years for her to come up with. So it really does look hard for her to see how she goes into conference with a really good offer that's going to unite the party, let alone the country.
And MPs here coming back. It's thought around 20 members of the ERG and David Davis and someone else, your brother, the former Foreign Secretary, may be drafting some sort of alternative plan which could then be presented at conference. What do you make of that move? Would that leave us into even more chaos?
Well, no, I mean, I think that it's no good pure Brexiters saying chuck Chequers without coming up with a viable, workable alternative. It's very easy to say, we up with this, we will not put, without putting forward an alternative. The problem is that, you know, to be fair to the people who want to leave the EU, it does appear it is breaking up is extremely hard to do. It's not the easiest deal in human history, as I think Liam Fox once said. It's turning out to be the hardest, which is why later on this morning I'm heading off to the Royal College of Nursing to launch Women for a People's Vote, because I feel that it's only fair, it's only right, it's only democratic that having voted to leave, the public, after 2 and a bit years, gets a say in whether they really want to go ahead with this. If it is going to mean, as David Davis said on television yesterday, even worse than being in. So if the public is faced with a deal that's worse than being in, please let us have another look at it and decide whether we want to stay in despite the result of the referendum, and maybe look again.
Do you think that if there is an alternative plan put in by anyone, former cabinet members or current ones, possibly even your brother, that could lead to Theresa May going in the next couple of months? Because can two plans exist at the one time?
I think it's going to be hard, but I think that Theresa May, in her piece in the Sunday Telegraph yesterday, suggested that there was wriggle room on Chequers' proposals. She said she would make adjustments in the national interest. So she's given herself a get out of jail free card. On the point of whether she has to go if Chequers is chucked, no, I don't think those two positions are mutually exclusive. I think she can stay even if they dump Chequers.
Rachel Johnson, thank you very much. Belle, handing back to you now.